Hello, this is Lindsay and welcome back to my channel. I have some fun things to share with you. I have some sari fabric pieces and then a journal that is covered in that sari, and this is a custom order for Eva. And I love how this came out, so I can't wait to show it to you. But this sari fabric that I covered it with, this vintage sari fabric, I cut up most of the rest of the sari, and I have seven small pieces and 8 big pieces. So I didn't measure exactly, but by small pieces you could cover like one junk journal with a few scraps left over, and then the bigger pieces you could cover like at least two journals with scraps left over. But look at how beautiful. Every piece has a border on it with like this gold thread. It is really sheer, but I'll show you how I covered this and I had no problems with it. I did wash it and launder it because it had a musty smell when I got it. I ordered it from India. I think it is quite old. I am not sure of the year or anything, but it's supposed to be vintage. So you can click the link in my shop below to purchase either a large or a small piece of this sari fabric. And now I'll show you what I made with it. So this is for Eva. And it is a recycled cardboard cover with a 2-inch spine, 3 signatures sewn in. It has a removable tassel, and I've added some of the Sari Wild About prints from Victorian Gypsy Girl, as well as other laces and trims. And then there's this really pretty pennant that is hanging off the tassel, and that is removable. So I did not want to detract from the gorgeousness of this sari, so I just added these little flat back gold and pearl type buttons. All I did was use cereal boxes, and it's double thickness, and then I just put this right over the cardboard part, and you can't even tell because it's kind of like a brown. You can see through it, but you don't know you're seeing through it, if that makes any sense. So let's get into it. There are a ton of pages. I added so many extra touches to this. She's been waiting a long time for this journal, and I wanted to make it extra special for her. So it is covered on the inside with this beautiful wallpaper, and then there's a piece of Indian fabric. I don't think it's sari, but it's like a polyester Indian fabric that is reinforcing the spine. It is like a hardcover, soft cover, so it's kind of like bendable and moldable. You can really expand it and add a lot. So here's a Tim Holtz card, and then just like a stitched paper for her to journal on. There's stamping and sprays and book pages and journaling cards, washi tape, and just all sorts of little collaging and touches. Vintage book pages and pockets. I tried to add a lot. I felt like I needed to bulk it up because the spine was so big for 3 signatures that this is like a sari fabric or a Indian type fabric. I don't know if it's sari or not. The spine was so big that I really needed to bulk it up. And so I added a ton of stuff. Here's a little pocket. This card is from Victoria Designs, and then this is from Avalon Rose Designs. This envelope, I think, was from Joanne Hall from JunkJournalTreasures. Her link is permanently below. You can always find it. We have above par crafts and vintage book pages, a little Artie Mays envelope, little tag in there as well, some stamping. This is like a little acetate piece, beautiful coffee dyed paper. These are some pages from a little vintage like day book that I just sewed together and did some stamping on to make a little booklet. Little tag, some scrapbook paper, collaging. Really pretty silver envelope. Mandy sent me these little flower cards, and there's nothing in the envelope, so she can stuff that up. I think she's actually giving this journal as a gift. I could be wrong about that. This is from my yellow floral collection, the Wild About print sari. These actually have seeds in it. This is just washi right here on this frame, so it's very easy to come off and put something behind it. Signature number 2. This is a little mini junk journal booklet I made with some wallpaper, copy dyed paper, a Project Life card, just tucked in there for journaling. So here I took some of the Sari and tied a bow and added a little wooden mandala button in the middle. This you can tuck things behind. That's from my yellow floral collection. Paper ribbons. This is a big journal. Here's a big pocket to tuck pictures in. This is a vintage book page, and I added this tab from Seneca Pond Crafts, and it says Wonderful Dream. Here's a little, it's kind of like a booklet. There aren't pages, but you just journal inside of it. I've done some vine stitching. There's a little wooden button, a mandala on there. Little tag journal card tuck spot. This is not a print. This is an original watercolor from my pen pal Mandy, and she sent me 2. One is in my personal junk journal, and then this one I wanted to put in a very special journal, and I felt this was just the journal for it. So this is in here, and I love it. Thank you, Mandy, for all of your lovely work. This is a Swamp Buttercup, and so that is in here. And then here's a list, and it's backed with this beautiful bird paper. Bird stamps from Graphic 45. There's a guest check. A little postage stamp. Here's more of Mandy's watercolors. Little fabric ruffle. This is a shipping tag that I made just kind of like a pocket out of. And then this is just, well, there we go. This is just some distress ink on that journal card. A little bit of like upholstery fabric. It's a playing card. Little tag, and this is just a little journal page, and these are just dots that I stamped, but I love how like the didn't stamp all that totally. To me it almost looks like moon phases. I think that's pretty cool. A little collage down here, and then this says You Are Wonderful. It's just a journal card. This is the last card I have of this. Last year I had some custom made playing cards done. This is a vintage book page, and it says Nevermore Creations, and so I thought that went well in this journal. And then the last signature. So this is the last bit of this tassel trim that I have. I've used it in a couple other journals, and I love how it hangs over the edge. So I added it here, and then some buttons. Here's a little frame, and then you can slip a picture in there, but I made this little journal card with a Graphic 45 stamp that just slips right in there with a little bit of Sari at the top. There's a when and where tag. This is from a coloring book, so you can color it all in. It's really pretty. Then I just put a piece of floral book page on that side. A little bit of fabric and a flower and some upholstery. This is a wallpaper side pocket. It says Corner of Your Heart there in the bottom. Here is a bridge score pad that is stapled on there with some stamping. There's a glassine bag. This bag is from Above Par Crafts. Her link and coupon code are below. And then here's a journal card. It says The Perfect Moment, and then I backed it with this floral book page. And then there's just a tag on this side. A little coin roller. That's a tuck spot for this little note paper. And then here's a pocket to slip things in, and then there's a little chipboard compass. It's a little pocket that's got some different, whatever these are called, journal cards and ephemera. I love how this came out. This is a big journal card, and it says, Don't follow your dreams, chase them. And then I did a vine stitching all around. It's kind of like a page flag. I did it all around there. And then we got stamping there, a little bit of wallpaper. I want to say Joanne sent me this wallpaper. I could be wrong, but it's really pretty. And then here's a little belly band and then a little piece of paper, and that just kind of stays there so it doesn't fall through. This is from Avalon Rose, and then there's a journal card on this side that says Life is Good, and I love this paper. So pretty. And then there's a tag from, I think this is Seneca Pond. Could be wrong, but I think that's who it is. This is from My Kit in My Dreams. I want to say, I don't know who made that, but someone sent it to me and it was in my stash. Here's a little mini Rolodex card, and we are almost to the end. Big pocket, book page, more coloring. There's a little tab. And then in the back here, I used one of these Please Return Your Library Book cards from Above Par Crafts, and then a little life documented journal card so she can write on that. There's my name. You can see the fabric. I think it's just so fun, so beautiful. So I put a lot of work and effort into this journal. I think it really shows. I like how it came out, and I think there's still plenty of room to stuff it because of it being a soft cover. You can see there's still room to stuff it up, even though I added a lot. So there we go. Hope you enjoyed this flip through. I hope you enjoy it, Eva. And please don't forget to purchase the Sari fabric if you like it. I'll see you all in the next video.